We're here today with the Oso fully autonomous 21-inch smart mower. It's both a manual mower and a fully autonomous mower. So to start, let's go over the manual controls. We've got your blade start button. We've got your speed selection. You can go 1 through 5. You've also got your emergency stop. And this stop works whether it's in autonomous mode or in manual mode. So to engage the blades, we've got a single bail setup. You just squeeze the bail. You just squeeze the bail, and the wheels start to roll. To be able to engage the blade, you have to have this partially pulled up. That's your operator presence. You push the green button, and the blades start. To stop, you just let off. That'll stop the wheels and the blade both. At any time, if you need to stop the mower, hit that. It shuts the whole thing off. It won't move after that. So that's the manual stuff. You've also got your height adjusters in the front. Those are pretty self-explanatory. And then we've got a single height adjuster in the back. It goes from 1.5 inches to 4.5 inches. And then we've also got let's go over the controls for the autonomous. So we have 2 sets of lights on this autonomous system. You've got the stack lights, which are these LEDs. These should always be the same color as each other. And then we've got the headlights. The stack lights indicate the state that the mower is in. So right now it's in manual mode, it'll be blue. Anytime you switch to autonomous, the lights go white. Anytime the machine has a fault or something goes wrong that needs attention, the lights will turn red, and we'll show you that when we're running it. You always want to have the machine in manual when you power it up or power it down. That's required. So anytime you unplug the battery, turn off the main switch, you always want to put it in manual mode. This is the main switch here. This controls the whole machine. After you plug your battery in, you'll flip this on. The lights will begin to light up. It takes approximately 2 minutes for the machine to boot up to be autonomous. Now, during that first 2 minutes, you can use the manual mode. So it's fully operational manually in those first 2 minutes while you're waiting for it to boot. Maybe you go clean up around the trees, clean up small areas that you're not intending to get with the autonomous feature. So, to operate the machine, to use it in autonomous mode, you mow the perimeter, come back, flip it into autonomous, and then it will stripe within that perimeter. So to do that, you always have to have 2 green lights there. The blue light needs to be lit up. That means you're ready to go. It's ready to record. So to start a recording, you get on your perimeter, or as close to the perimeter as you can get. And to start the recording, we use the start record button. When you press that, the recording will start. Your perimeter light will begin to blink blue. And at that point, you walk your perimeter. You can do it with the blade on or the blade off. Obviously, if you're doing work, you probably want to go ahead and mow the perimeter with the blade on. So I'm going to adjust my height. Squeeze the bail. Start the blade. We'll do a small perimeter today for video's sake. Once you get back to the starting point, your light's still blinking, it's still recording. You need to capture the recording by pushing the stop record button. The light's going to turn solid green. So anytime it's in green, 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 you're good to go. That means it's ready to be set free in autonomous. You want to bring it into the perimeter. Don't start it right on the perimeter. It can give you problems if you do that. Let's put it inside the perimeter. And now this is where you decide which direction you want to stripe. So if I want to stripe this direction, I point the mower in that direction. I flip it into autonomous. And then it'll start up. It takes about 10 seconds. Now the first meter to meter and a half, the machine is learning where it is in the world and the direction it's going to be traveling. So always expect it to move about 1.5 meters, and then it'll stop. It'll pick up its trajectory and it'll start striping, and it always stripes from the left to the right. So it's going to position itself in the far left, and it'll begin striping. Once it's done, it's going to come, the stack lights will begin to blink blue and white when it's finished. During this time, you can go take care of all your weed eating, trimming, whatever else you've got on the schedule for the day. Now, the safety recognition on the bot it'll recognize people, pets, objects, sidewalks, anything like that. So it's got about 1.5 meters around the machine that if you enter that area, the machine's gonna stop. I'll show you that here in just a second. If it's approaching a tree, it's gonna see the tree, stop and turn around, or go around it if there's room to go around it. So anytime you're walking around the robot, you get too close, it's gonna stop. All you have to do is walk away and the mower will start back up. That works in 360 degrees all the way around the mower. So if a small animal, soccer ball, anything like that, rolls across the path of the mower, if it's close enough, the mower's gonna stop. And as long as that object keeps moving, it's gonna keep going. Now, if something runs out in front of it and just stays there, the mower's just gonna sit there and wait until they're gone, and you will get a notification on your phone that tells you there's an obstacle in its path. Okay, if you need to interrupt the robot for any reason while it's in an active run, if I need to move it, if I need to go do something else, I can put it in manual. And the machine is going to remember that we've got this much work done and that this still needs to be finished. The lights will start blinking. Your center light is going to start blinking. That's what we call resume mode. That means whenever you come back over here, put it back, it's going to pick up where it left off and start striping again, and you don't lose your work. Now, if you were to take it out of this perimeter that you just recorded, it still has work to be done. The robot knows that. It's going to tell you you're outside your perimeter and you still have work that needs to be done. That's what the magenta. Magenta light means you're outside of your recorded perimeter. Okay, so let's say you have already recorded this perimeter the week before and you don't want to walk the perimeter again. We have recall feature, which means anytime, if you'll watch that center light, anytime I roll into a saved perimeter, it's going to turn green. It's going to know where it's at. The only thing you have to remind it of is which direction you want to mow it. So if you want to mow a different direction that week, you just point it in that direction. If you want to do the same as last week, obviously point it in the same direction. So again, when I start it and put it in autonomous, it's going to go all the way to the left and start. Okay, so anytime the robot senses a problem, has a mechanical issue or a software issue, we have watchdogs in the system. It's for safety reasons. I'm going to artificially trigger a watchdog here so you can see what it does. Okay, so if you see the red lights on the stack, that means you need to come check your app, see what happened. It'll send you a notification to tell you what's going on. And you simply come over, put it back in manual, and power down the bot so you can repower it. Now, anytime you have to reboot like this, you need to unplug the battery, plug it back in, make sure it's in manual, and turn on the main switch. So at that point, you'll wait the 2 minutes for it to boot back up. This problem should be resolved. If you get that red light more than 2 times in a row, you should probably call for support. All right, so also, for safety purposes, we have a radio e-stop. So at any time within 1,000 feet of the mower, you need to stop it. You just push this button and it'll stop the machine. It pauses it, you can release it, and it'll start back up right where it left off. In the process, the front light will turn yellow when you press the e-stop here or here. Also, if you're approaching the mower, the LiDAR will catch you and the front light will be yellow. So just beware. If the mower is refusing to run, check, make sure your e-stop hasn't been depressed and you forgot about it.